When the India team for the first T20I against South Africa was announced, one very notable omission was that of Sanju Samson, and in his place came in Jitesh Sharma. Now, it can be seen as two ways. On one hand, it could be surprising that Sanju, who had gotten such a long rope, is now suddenly being sidelined. On the other, it can make some degree of sense because the inclusion of Shubman Gill has basically meant that your wicketkeeper batter needs to be able to bat in the middle order or lower middle order, a situation in which a Jitesh Sharma absolutely excels. So obviously Jitesh coming into the team at the expense of Samson could potentially lead to some kind of friction between the two keepers, right? Well, according to Jitesh and what he said after the match, it seems like that's not really the case at all. In fact, this is what he had to say about the equation he shares with Sanju. He said that I'm grateful that Sanju is in the team. He's like a big brother to me. Healthy competition helps the team too, and it helps to bring our A game. Again, it's exactly what you'd expect from players who are, of course, competing for the same spot and who are also part of the same squad. They want to be pushing each other on, they want to be giving advice and helping the other out, but they also want to be winning the battle for being in the playing 11. And you know that Sanju would be stung just a little bit by this, but of course, being the professional that he is, it's nice to see that he's actually giving plenty of help and plenty of moral support to Jitesh, who's gotten the role basis his ability to finish. Now, that's the thing. When I was talking about the finishing role, there's a reason I also mentioned that it's because Jitesh himself has made it very clear that that is exactly what the team management expects from him. He said that, look, role clarity is there from the management and that I will bat in the lower order. The message is clear and I enjoy that. Now, again, as I said, the inclusion of Shubman Gill basically meant that you needed to slot your wicketkeeper batter into either the middle or lower middle order. Obviously, the middle order was already stacked. There was no way you were going to be able to include anyone else. And so Jitesh, who can finish games, he's done so for Punjab Kings and, of course, for the Royal Challengers Bangalore when they won the IPL. Well, he's done that role, so you know that he's been able to do it in the past. So why not try him out in this particular role as well? Obviously, the results have been mixed, but it is also worth noting that being a finisher is a very thankless job. And these aren't my words, by the way. They're his role. He said that it is a difficult role for sure, but constant practice helps. It is a thankless job, but I enjoy the pressure of trying to hit a first ball six. Now, this constant pressure part is very real because, again, the margin for error for finishers is very low. You're either going to be a hero or a villain basis 1 ball, 2 balls, 5 balls, 10 balls, 20 balls if you're lucky. It might not always be the opportunity that you'll get to bat it out long. More often than not, that's not going to be your role. You're going to have to come in 10, 15 balls, maybe 20 balls on a good day, and you need to make an instant impact. It's a thankless role, but as he says, it's one that he's enjoying and one that potentially I think he's set to play not just in these games against South Africa and also New Zealand that will come at the start of the year, but also in the World Cup as well. Because Sanju, good as a batter as he is, shouldn't be batting lower than 3 or 4. The problem is that the opening slots and 3 and 4 are already taken, and there is currently no real place for a Sanju Samson. There is, however, place for Jitesh, which is why I think he would be the favourite to be India's first choice keeper for the T20 World Cup. However, is it a decision you agree with or disagree with? Let us know all of that in the comments below, and don't forget, as always, to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, follow us also on social media. We're on Instagram, X and Facebook, and stay tuned for more such updates from the world of sport.